Thank you, Your Excellency. Sir Franklyn R. Wilson is a prominent businessman, former legislator, and land developer who's been honored by the government and private entities for his contributions to national development. This, most of you already know. Sir Franklyn has built and led companies that provide employment to hundreds of Bahamians and contribute to the economic growth of the country, primarily but not exclusively through the Sunshine Group of companies. He has served internationally in support of higher education. As a trustee to the Board of Advisors to the President of Dalhousie University, Nova Scotia, his alma mater, and as trustee of Elmira College at Elmira, New York. In 1972, Sir Franklyn was elected to Parliament, one of the youngest persons to ever have been elected. He was the founding chairman of the Bahamas chapter of the Young Presidents Organization and the World Presidents Organization. Sir Franklyn was the founding chairman of Junior Achievement Bahamas, and for nearly 10 years served as the director of Junior Achievement Worldwide. He's been honored by the Crown as a Knight Commander of the Distinguished Order of St. Michael and St. George, by the Government of the Bahamas for contributions to national development, by the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce as its Distinguished Citizen, and almost 30 years later with the Chamber's Lifetime Achievement Award. What you may not know is the extent to which he has contributed to the growth of UB, the National University. From 2002 to 2007, Sir Franklyn served as chairman of the Council, the College of the Bahamas. Under his leadership, the Michael H. Eldon Building was purchased and a gift of 50 acres of property in East Grand Bahama was secured. In June 2003, on the occasion of the College of the Bahamas commencement exercise, Sir Franklyn announced the establishment of an endowment fund commemorating his beloved brother, Stanley Wilson. This award was created for the express purpose of rewarding excellence in research. The Wilsons funded the endowment with a donation of $50,000. On June 14, 2010, Sir Franklyn and Sharon Lady Wilson committed $1 million to building a graduate center. This generosity was infectious, and soon others, including the Royal Bank of Canada and the Canadian Friends of the College of the Bahamas, and others, joined in the effort to build the Franklyn R. Wilson Graduate Center. In 2021, the Wilson Family Foundation announced a major research partnership with UB, launching the Wilson Awards program in support of research that can contribute to the Bahamas. The Wilson Awards support research in progress through the Wilson Grants and aim to recognize excellence in completed work through the Wilson Prize. The Wilson Grants, valued at $6,000, have been awarded annually since 2022, and the first call for the Wilson Prize has a deadline of January 2026 and a prize value of $50,000. This prize outranks any other research prize in the country and possibly the region, and at scale could be seen as the Bahamian version of a Nobel. While such achievements and contributions alone warrant our recognition, it would be impossible to speak of Sir Franklyn without recognizing the values that underpin his conduct. Sir Franklyn is a clear and critical thinker, one who creates a long-term vision, articulates the strategies to achieve it, and inspires others to assist in execution. He's an outstanding listener who judges the idea, not the person. He is a wise man who seeks to find common ground with those who may have other views, showing grace and patience in the most challenging circumstances. He is committed to education and its power to transform lives. Finally, he is driven by love of country and by faith in Bahamians who, as we know, always punch above their weight. It is for all these reasons that the university was proud to bestow upon him our highest honor. Please join me in welcoming Sir Franklyn to the podium.
Thank you, President Harder. Allow me to begin my remarks by reference to circumstances beyond the University of the Bahamas. To say that to the community of Grand Bahama as a whole, I happen to have the privilege of serving as chair of various business companies in the country, some of whom have interests here in Grand Bahama. Two, I happen to interact with a goodly number of others who are either citizens or residents of the Bahamas who do not live on Grand Bahama, but have an interest in Grand Bahama. I want to say to the community of Grand Bahama, the narrative about change being on the way here in Grand Bahama is being heard outside of Grand Bahama and in the Bahamas. The idea of investing in Grand Bahama is a subject of conversation now more than it has been in recent memory as far as I can remember. Already from being here, I get a sense, I have a sense that maybe this talk is real. This campus makes a very powerful statement that there are people who believe something can change. And you don't do this unless you have a different view from what now exists. So I say to the community of Grand Bahama that we know, we've seen the resilience, and confidence is being built that something could be different from what exists today. So my first set of remarks is, we have not yet finished a full year of the hurricane season. I want everyone in this audience to please pray that there is no adverse event from hurricane in 2025. The absence of hurricanes in 2025 becomes something worth praying for if you want to see sustainable change in Grand Bahama. Now I turn to the graduates. For you today marks a double milestone. One is, of course, a graduation, and the second is a beginning, commencement. Regarding graduation, there is really one key word. I say it, congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. As to commencement, if you take and believe what I started with, by volumes of scholarly work and from actual observations, the first relates to the discipline of savings. The first relates to the discipline of savings. Whatever the vision you have for your future, you are likely to benefit from a commitment to such a thing as fiscal discipline. This is important not just for the accumulation of capital. Such capacity allows you to foster awareness of something called self-control. And what is that? More than anything else, is a consciousness that the world will not come to an end, for example, if you hold off making a particular consumer purchase at a precise moment in time. It could wait. And from avoiding the engagement of certain types of activities, which you know from all that you've seen can't help you in the long run. You know there are certain things. Any of you who studied economics, somewhere in the classroom, there's something called syntaxes. Things which the government tax because they know it ain't good for you. So they tax it heavy, in part to encourage you not to engage in it. But people still do. So try to be different. A second thing is, beyond capital, seek to forge your future, recognizing the value of a good name. Scripture speaks to this. You all hear it. Value your good name. Protect your name the way you protect your Wi-Fi password. As you continue to build your future, and as you seek this thing about protecting your good name, please remember this occasion and your alma mater. In particular, remember the motto of your alma mater: knowledge, truth, integrity. Knowledge, truth, integrity. The knowledge part ain't just what you know today. You're being certified today as smart, but things changing. So if you knowledge more in terms of what you, not so much in terms of what you know today, but in terms of what you learned as how you pursue knowledge. Think about that. You learned stuff while you were a student here, but you also learned how to pursue that knowledge. Please remember both parts. Truth. Truth. A key thing on truth is a simple thing called consistency. If it's true today, it's true tomorrow. Consistency. On the subject of integrity, ain't no point having integrity if it's not aligned with actual behavior. That's not a theoretical exercise, the idea of integrity. The fact is, want us to do more than talk the talk. And the interesting thing about it is, most of us now at this stage in our life, we know right from wrong. We know right from wrong. So you know what it is to do. So therefore, my final observation for you to consider is something which has been very important in my life. In fact, we've adopted as our family motto. It's called Prece et Labori. Latin 3 words, Prece et Labori. Translates into 5 English words: by prayer and by work. The Prece aspect reminds us that no matter how intelligent you are, I don't care what you're graduating today with, The fact of the matter is, you by yourself ain't gonna get you as far as you want to go. All good things ultimately come from some higher authority, some higher force, whatever you want to call that power, the force. The fact of the matter is, remember those two words, prece et labore, 3 words in Latin, prece et labore. 5 English words, by prayer and by work. So today, I share this stage with you. The theme of this graduation is about journey, which means a journey got to start, there's a period of movement, and it got an end. Your start in your journey could be very different from everybody else's, including my own. My journey started as a little boy sleeping on the floor in Ross Corner in Nassau. That's how mine started. Yours might have started differently. But that don't matter. Who cares at this stage? It's the next 2 steps. And in particular, that middle step, that's the key, the journey. May yours be successful and eventful. Best wishes.